When you're experiencing anxiety, you're experiencing a disconnection from the present moment. You're getting up into your head and you're scattering yourself with all these thoughts, all these scenarios that never actually really play out the way you think they're going to in your mind, right? Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. If you want to learn more about sexual mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos and go live. Make sure you get my free energy upgrade course through the link in the description below. Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to talk about dealing with anxiety. I think this is a pretty relevant thing for the world that we're living in right now, in that we are living in a time of unprecedented stress, fear, anxiety, and uncertainty in the world, right? I just want to share a little bit about my own insights about this and how to deal with anxiety and not let it control your life, to still enjoy your life and thrive even when we're living amidst chaos. So I just got back from a trip to Kauai. I spent a week down there, and it really taught me just how much our focal point and where our attention is affects literally the reality that we live in and our perception of the world and our feelings of safety or insecurity, right? So I was in Hawaii, I was basically just playing, just having fun, just allowing my inner child to express, and I took a break from work and just did that which was nourishing myself, So I was swimming in the ocean with sea turtles, snorkeling, looking at amazing tropical fish, hiking through the beautiful rainforest, and just having a really, really amazing time. And when I came home, it was just like this huge slam of information, of energy, of just, kind of what people are feeling in the world right now, world events, what they're seeing on news and things like that. So it was like I was in two entirely different worlds. I mean, obviously, being out on an isolated island, it's possible to have that experience, right? But it's really taught me about how we can manage our state of being in many different ways, right? When you're experiencing anxiety, you're experiencing a disconnection from the present moment. You're getting up into your head and you're projecting into the future, usually fear, usually, this situation might happen in the future. And so you're projecting your energy outwards, you're sending out your energy, this depletes you, right? And you're scattering yourself with all these thoughts, all these scenarios that never actually really play out the way you think they're going to in your mind, right? And so it's an illusion. But I know that when you're in the middle of it, thinking this way doesn't necessarily help, right? So there's some tools I'm going to share with you that will actually help you to have something to do when this is happening to you. From a Chinese medicine perspective, anxiety is very much linked to the earth element, which is manifest in our spleen and stomach organs. And so the earth element is all about safety and security. You can think of earth element as like your home, right? You have this house, you have a solid, four walls around you. You feel protected when you're in your house. But when your earth is weak, when you don't have strong internal earth, and I would consider internal earth as being this kind of sense of balance, the sense of centeredness within yourself. Then when you feel centered, you feel confident, you feel safe being in your own body. That's when you have strong internal earth. But when you lack that, you try to recreate earth outside of yourself, which, one of the first things is, of course, having a house. And that's fine. We all need, a shelter to live in. But we often try to create earth element in other ways. We try to get it from relationships with other people. We try to eat it, putting food in our mouth. We're literally putting earth into our bodies and digesting it. But when this gets out of balance, we become very addictive. We seek vices, right? Getting overly obsessed with sex, having compulsive masturbation, compulsive sexual habits, looking at porn, taking drugs, spending too much time playing video games, eating junk foods, things like this are kind of ways that we distract ourselves from the things we may be feeling. And we're trying to create earth outside of ourselves. We're trying to create some sort of feeling of safety and comfort, right? So if you find yourself in this pattern of looking to these external things, these addictive vices to try to satisfy this kind of insecurity and this emptiness you feel within yourself, this feeling of a lack of safety, it's time to really work on your internal earth, strengthening your internal earth. What does that look like? I would say it looks like cultivating trust within yourself, cultivating a strong center, self-love, having this energy that you radiate out from within yourself. And this is a big part of energy cultivation practice, is you're creating this connection with the life force. You're absorbing chi into your body. So now you have a battery that's full. You have this full supply of chi and you're fulfilled from within yourself, and now you can create what you want with it, right? Instead of feeling like you're lacking, you're deficient, you need to reach out to the world around you to try to take things. Earth is also all about grounding. Again, it represents this boundary. When you have this strong energetic boundary specifically, I would say, in that you don't just let any sort of thought form in. Oh, I heard this on CNN. Oh, it's in my field. Now it's my thought form, right? This is what's happening to us constantly. We're swimming in this sea of information. Other people's thoughts, beliefs, emotions are just coursing through the planet that we live on, right? And when you don't have strong energetic boundaries, it lands on you. So when we live in a time of mass, we could say confusion, mass panic, mass anxiety, mass fear, there's a lot of this information going through the ocean that we're all swimming in. And when you have no energetic boundaries, you take it all on. And I think that's why so many people are having such a difficult time in the world right now. What you can do is to strengthen your energetic boundaries. I think that practicing Qigong, practicing meditation is a great way to do this. You know, I have a whole playlist on Qigong exercises, which will be very helpful for this, but also realizing when there's a thought going through your mind, it's not yours. How do you know it's not yours? Because it's a limiting thought. It creates fear, it creates anxiety, it creates this feeling of unsafety. Now, obviously, if you're in a situation that is, literally physically unsafe, someone has a gun, someone's attacking you, you're in a tornado, obviously it's appropriate to feel fear, to feel anxiety about that, right? But when you're just sitting at home, everything's actually perfectly fine in the world around you. But because our view of the world comes through this kind of virtual reality we have of information coming through electronic screens, we're always creating these problems that feel like they're in our immediate reality. Even if they have nothing to do with us, even if they're on an entirely different part of the planet, we start to identify with these problems because we saw the information, we heard it, it came into our minds, and now we claim that thought, that fear, that feeling as our own, and we run with it, right? So for me, I think the key is to, when information's coming to me, I say, what can I do about this? Is this in my immediate reality? Do I have any sort of power to do something about this, And if it's not in my immediate reality, if there's nothing I can really do about it, then what's the point of obsessing about it, right? Things are going to be what they're going to be. So releasing these thoughts from my mind, saying, well, there's nothing I can do about this. I might as well, focus on something that makes me feel good. Release that thought from your mind and just be back into your center, into your immediate surroundings, breathing the air, stepping out into nature and looking at the beautiful sights, listening to the birds singing, breathing in the fresh air, feeling your body, your feet on the earth, and you get centered back in the present moment. We're living in a time of sensory overload. We spend so much time on electronic devices, all this information, way more information than's ever been processed by humans. We're sorting through every single day, and it overloads our nervous system. It makes us obsessive, compulsive, irrational, angry, triggered, depressed, anxious, right? So when it feels like there's too much happening in the world, make your world smaller. Turn off the news for a few days. Get away from social media for a few days. Go be in nature. Find a beautiful, quiet spot in nature. Every major city has parks within it. There's somewhere near you that you can go sit under a tree and just relax. And you get back into the natural flow of things. When we're in nature, we feel peaceful. We feel calm. Our energy field wires into that natural surroundings, and we circulate vital life force through our bodies, and we release the nasty old toxic energy that we've been holding on to, right? So spending some time in nature every single day is very, very important. And I want to share a really simple exercise that you can use if you struggle from anxiety, if you're always having these negative thought loops going on in your mind, is to go outside, even if it's just stepping outside your apartment, your house, wherever you live, right? Go outside, preferably somewhere in nature, but if you can't, that's all right. And just walk slowly, mindfully, feel your body. Relax your body. Notice how you hold tension and just see how much you can relax as you breathe and just walk. And the most important part is to simply listen. Listen to all the sounds that are happening around you. Hear the birds singing, hear the car driving by, the humming of electronic noise, whatever it is. Listen to all these sounds and just completely absorb your mind in all the sounds that are happening around you. This puts you into a receptive state. Listening is a receptive activity. So when you just make this meditation out of simply how conscious can I be? How much attention can I place on simply standing here or walking, sitting, whatever you're doing, and just listening to all the sounds that you are? And you'll notice that this completely gets you out of your mind. It gets you out of thoughts, and it gets you into presence, pure presence, into the present moment. Again, when we're feeling anxiety, we're projecting our energy out. We're thinking, we're projecting our energy out into the future. When we're listening, simply listening to sounds, we're receptive, we're gathering in, we're receiving, right? And this may sound really simple and even ridiculous, but I guarantee if you try this, you start implementing this into your day, just bringing your presence back into this current moment, just listening. Even if you're sitting in your room right now, there's probably some noises. Listening to all the sounds and letting that be a meditation. Try to spend 3 minutes, 5 minutes, even 10 minutes doing this, and it can dramatically start to change how you process information in your mind, and it will start to calm you down. So there's an exercise you can use right away. But again, being selective about the thoughts that you're allowing to just run through your mind. This is a problem that a lot of people have, is that their mind is like a wild animal. They allow it just to run wherever. You want to tame that wild beast, right? You want to domesticate it a bit so that it obeys you somewhat, right? You're saying, okay, there's this really negative thought. I don't want to have this going through my mind right now. I choose to let it go. And then another thought will fill its place. You say, okay, here's another thought. Is this a good thought? No, it's not. Let's let it go. And start to focus on what it is that brings you joy. You can always create joy. You can create harmony in your immediate environment. No, we may not be able to affect what's happening on the other side of the world, but we can affect what's in our surroundings right now. Am I creating more fear and anxiety by sharing my fear and anxiety with others, giving it to them, telling them why they should be scared and anxious too? Or do I stop the patterns as they reach me and create peace, create harmony, create tranquility, get inspired, create art, create music, give my family some love, go on a vacation, go to Disneyland and have whatever it is, right? Create something in your life that creates joy for you and for those around you. I believe that we're here on this planet together, going through a sort of school. We're going through a learning experience. And yes, it can be painful at times, but we grow through pain, we grow through crisis and struggle, and we can either allow these things to close us down, shut us down, and make us miserable for the rest of our lives, or we can learn from the past, we can learn from the failures of others, we can learn from our own pain and from the pain of our history, and decide to write a different story for ourselves. It really is up to all of us to create the world we want to be in by being that, becoming that. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment below. Have a great day, my friends.